Hey guys, welcome back to Grover Home, and we are going to pack up about $500 worth of orders today. So let's get started. A lot of this has just been good thrifting finds. There is a couple bolos in here and a couple things that I probably wouldn't buy again. So first off, this Max Steel doll. It's a figurine, like action figure, and he's new in the box. He's never been opened. I didn't realize what he even was. It's Mattel, but I didn't know it was even a thing. I hadn't heard of it before. I got it at a bag sale, so you filled up a whole bag for $20, and I filled it up with a whole bunch of like cars that were sealed in the bag and everything like that. So we only ended up paying like $1 or $2 for him, and he sold for $40.50 on a 10% off sale, and it sold probably within about 2 months. Definitely a good pickup if you see Max Steel. Have the other Little Mermaid sold. This is one of Ariel's sisters. These are Fisher Price little peoples. If you find these mermaids, the pink one or the red one or this purple one, they are definitely worth picking up. I got them in a lot of like a bag of like a whole bunch of little people, and it was well over 15 of them. They were all princess ones, and I paid $15 for all of them, so less than $1 for her. She sold for $202.50 on a 10% off sale, and she sold within a couple of days of listing her. So great one to look out for. That is a huge bolo if I ever find. Now I'm on the hunt for little people, specifically those ones. This is a hamburger platter. It's a cool little platter that has like little condiment area. I bought this at the thrift store for a couple of dollars. I bought it around the same time that I'd gotten a lotus pool, and I thought maybe it would be kind of like worth the same. They were listed really high. It sat for probably a year and a half, and I finally took it kind of got reduced down, and it's been on sale. It sold for $23.40. I would not buy it again. It's big and bulky. It's going to be a pain to ship, so it's not worth it for me for how long it sat. Disney Lorecana game. This one is new, sealed in box. We picked it up for probably $5. We thought it was going to be a better game. A lot of them were listed super high, like $60 to $70. It sat for forever, and then when I went back and looked at comps again, and I looked at what they've actually sold for, they were selling more in the high $30 range. So I listed it, or relisted it, and it sold on the 10% off sale for $32.40. It sat for probably 6 months, but a lot of that was just my error in listing it for the wrong price. Pink Jeanette plate. This is a glass platter. I picked these up. They're not generally fast sales. Any of the glass stuff is kind of hit and miss. But if you're looking at glassware, don't get clear, always get colored. Pink does good, blue does good. Uranium glass is like always up and down. But this one sold for $16.20 on that same sale. I probably had it for maybe 6 months listed, and I only paid a couple of dollars at an estate sale for it. We picked up a whole bunch of these vintage Disneyland buckets. These were like before they started making them to look like characters. They just printed on them. This one is like the Muppets, so it's kind of actually the least expensive of all of them. This one sold for $9 on the sale, and they've been selling. We picked up a whole bunch of them. We bought them all for about $1.50 to $2 a piece, so to $9 isn't bad. I don't know if I would pick up that many anymore. We still have a good amount of them. They're still selling, and I'm getting somewhere between $10 to $14 off of them. These are fun little 1990s Lion King figures. There's a whole bunch of like 4 or 5 of them. They're in pretty great shape. They were actually inside of a board game that I'd bought, so they're basically free because I bought the board game. I listed them for $15. They went on that sale 10% off, so $13.50 is what they sold for, and they sold within about 3 days. So they actually sold really quickly. I wasn't sure that they would, but pretty cool little pickup on those. And another one to be on the lookout for when you're looking for game systems. This is the Modern Warfare edition of Xbox 360. I'm not sure if it's desired because it's the Modern Warfare or because these were made as the Jasper versions. If you look at the plugs, that's a big deal. The Jaspers are more desired. They're supposed to have less issues or something with them. So it's a great pickup. There's the plug right there. I paid $40 for it, and I was really concerned that I overpaid on it, but it sold for $126 plus shipping, so not bad overall. All right, guys, that's kind of our list of things that we sold this week. Just to refresh on Bolos, if you're looking at Xbox 360s and you see the Modern Warfare, pick it up. If you see Little People and it's Mermaids, little sister of Ariel, pick those up. And these Max Steels, these are actually a great pickup as well.